Welcome to Nugget 27 with Steve Grohman. You know, Steve, the world is buzzing with talk about extraterrestrial life and even an invasion. You show one clip in the seminar where a very famous evolutionist says something to the effect that if there is a God, a designer, it must be some kind of ET. Please shed some light on this popular issue.
Our society is certainly being bombarded with extraterrestrial, alien type stuff these days. There is a huge push with that, and the whole reason is, and the issue is, to get rid of God. And so it is a dangerous thing for people to get involved with, but it is enticing. I've shown over the years many science publications that talk about how ET is what put life here, some kind of extraterrestrial put life here. I have some from back in the 90s and 2001 in Science News, and I use science publications that are very respected science publications. But they say that ET had a hand in putting life here. And I used another one in 2004 that it makes a very interesting statement because they say if we were to understand the origin of life, we have to know what it is we started with. That's a true statement in a sense because God started everything. And if anybody wants to come to an understanding of the origin of life, they have to know what it is they started with. And they reject the start. So they're never going to come to truth. But again, it's all designed to allow for ET, extraterrestrials, to put some kind of life of some sort on some comets or meteorites, or send them down here to Earth and seed life here. And then all the way to, I think, July 2013, Scientific American wrote an article about how life got here by arguments for divine intervention, alien or otherwise, start with ignorance. The issue with the otherwise is God. They're ridiculing God in doing all of this, because if we're here, then there must be somebody else out there. Life is here. They had to get here somewhere. ET must have had a hand in it. Anyway, that's where we're at in our society these days.
One of the things I'm getting from what you're saying is they don't mind if there is a supreme being, but they just cannot accommodate or even consider that the God of the Bible is the God, is the creator.
That's correct. In fact, I have a Science News article from 2016 that I use. I try to start a long time ago and then work our way all towards more current time frame. But read the one about aliens in search for aliens, and we're looking for them.
Okay, I found it. It's the Science News from April 2016. It's similar with Earthlings in general. As humans have learned about the size of the cosmos and our not so central place in it, we have grappled with weighing our specialness against the possible existence of alien beings on other worlds. Given the amazing diversity of life on Earth, it makes sense that life here is just one example from a cosmic multitude. If so, the next question becomes whether we can find the others.
Yeah, and that kind of sums up everything I was just saying. There's nothing special about us. We're just lucky to be here. We're in a not-so-central place. We're just one example of a cosmic multitude. Anyway, then there's one in 2017 that I used. It's from Scientific American that talks about in the beginning is the title of the article. And I mean, they try to use religious lingo in some stuff. And there's a mocking of that too. In the beginning, there was light. And then what happened? It goes on and kind of saying the same thing. Notice what it says. Read that one if you have it.
There was light, but then what happened? How did life arise on the third rocky planet orbiting the unremarkable star at the center of our solar system? Humans have been wondering about the answer to that question probably almost as long as we've been able to wonder. In recent decades, scientists have made some gains in understanding the conceivable mechanisms gradually settling on a possible picture of our origins in the oceans.
That's an amazing thing, too, because they don't have a clue where life began. If they want to understand the origin of life, they have to know what it is we started with. And when they leave God out, they're going to come up with anything. Started in the ocean, started in the mud, started from ET, they have to pick a place from somewhere. The reason I wanted to bring that one out is because it's talking about how did life arise on this third rocky planet orbiting the unremarkable star. Once again, there's nothing special about anything to do with our system here, our place of existence. The Bible says in Psalm 139, I think it's verse 14, that I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That is so true. If you really think about it, folks, we're not just an accident. We're not just an ET accident. We're fearfully and wonderfully made by God. In fact, God made man in the image and likeness of him. And the Bible actually says in Isaiah 45 that God created the heavens. God himself that formed the earth. He made it. He established it. He created it, not in vain. He formed it. Why? To be inhabited. We're not some random accidental situation that just happened to have life here. We're made in the image and likeness of God, and he put us on a place that was made, created, established to be inhabited. We are not an accident. But that's what they're teaching our kids, and we wonder why people have such a low self-worth sometimes. It's been being drilled into them since they're just little bitty.
I guess they're just told that they're pond scum and that maybe some ET just went fishing and dropped something in and some water here, and voila, here we are.
Lucky to be here, so party. We wonder why people are living a life of party. It's what they've been taught. So it matters. The worldview matters. I've said for years, too, the philosophy taught in schools today will become the philosophy of the next generation of government and leaders and educators. The kids of today, they're the educators, leaders tomorrow. And the leaders and educators today are just the kids of yesterday. So the worldview matters.
To bring this back to the original statement of talk of ET and why it's such a popular concept and idea now, it's just to divert our attention from the one true God.
Absolutely. That is the whole thing.
Keep watching our nuggets. And while you're at it, tell 10,000 of your closest friends about our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell, and tell others about our YouTube channel. Thank you.